Today we're going to do a shortened version of what I just did in class, so it will be familiar if you were in class on Sunday. Let's start on our backs and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, gentle rock, close your eyes. For no reason. Take a deep breath in and a deep, deep exhale, let it all go out. And then stretch yourself out like you're a big letter X. All right, so with the inhale, imagine that you're reaching in all four directions, like as big as you can go. So big inhale, stretch through fingers, toes, heels, whatever. Exhale, soften. Two more, inhale, reach. Exhale, release. One more, reach. And release. And then that's where we stay. Big breath in. Let it go. Breathe into back. Can you feel your back ribs pressing into your mat with your inhale? Your front ribs poofing up to the sky, side body. Can you imagine your breath moving through your body, going all the way to your knees and your ankles and your toes, out through your fingers? Can you let go of whatever thought your mind has focused in on? Let it just pass by. And then grab hold of your right wrist, arc yourself over towards the left. You can keep your right shoulder on the ground, and maybe right ankle crosses over left. And we create this crescent shape, and you breathe big into your right side body, right ribs, right hip. Press through your heel or your toe. And then come back to center, stretching long, feeling the length of the right side. Switch it up, right hand grabs left, arc to the right. Oh, jeez, cross. I'm out here because while in class, the dogs were going berserk. And my family's not home, so I decided to move out here to keep an eye on them. Come back to center. All right, one at a time. Hug the right knee in. Ooh. Bring your left leg to more of a midline, so it was off to the left in an X, now it's right at the center. Push through your left heel. Hug your right shin or your right thigh. Bring the knee in a little bit closer to your nose. You can even bring your left hand to kind of push into the left thigh and stretch it out, massage it out a little bit over the hip bone. Circle out your right ankle. And then left hand on left hip, open up the right knee. Perhaps you can straighten out the right leg. Cross it over the body, take a big twist. Oh, stretch. Coming back through, it's half happy baby, back of thigh, ankle, pinky edge. Left can be sole of the foot in, or the knee can drop out, or straight. That's not working for me today. Breathe. Keep coming back to the breath. The sound, the feel, the imagery. Right knee comes in and then up to the sky. Give it a stretch here. Reach through the toes, press through the heel. Open up the back of the calf. We'll switch it out. Bend the right knee, switch it for the left. Same thing. Stay right where you are. Breathe. You can use your right hand to press into the right thigh. You can hug that left knee in a little bit tighter. Circle out your left ankle. And then with your right hand on your right hip, You can open up the left knee to the left. You could straighten out your left leg. Little girl. And then as you bring it back through, cross it all the way over, take your big twist. She's so stubborn. Come back to center, half happy baby, so come through center really. Grab what works. And then as you bring your left knee in, did we do the press of your right heel? Take that a moment, I think the dog was barking. So just stretching out the front of that hip. Then go ahead and take the leg up to the sky. Grab behind the thigh or the calf or whatever. Yes, ma'am. Hi. You're so nice. All right, ready? Bend left knee, bend right knee, give yourself a hug, a squeeze, and then we'll take both legs up to the sky. So many options with ab stuff. If you needed to bring a foot down, if you needed to keep knees bent, if you need to keep your head and shoulders down, all of the things, all of the options. So I'm gonna let my left leg come down as far as I feel like I can keep my abdominals engaged. And then grab behind your right thigh, hug the navel in, and curl your shoulders and your chin up, or they're still on the ground. So if you had a block in between your legs, you're squeezing that imaginary block right here, okay? You could free your hands and see if you can hug the front ribs in and reach a little bit further. And then switch. So if I had to switch, I could also do this, or I could keep both legs up. You've got so many options. What's gonna work? Find that squeeze, shoulders back, reach, breathe. And then let's continue. Switch, 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 switch. Keep it going, and going, and going, and going. Now I got my right leg, left leg. So if imagine that I'm trying to rock my hips. And then at the same time, reach the hands. So rock the hips, reach the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, hug it in. We did 10 in class today. The thought of 10 was too much. All right, you can rock back and forth a few times. If plow pose seems lovely after that. Oh, maybe you're ready for that real quick. Eventually I'll meet you, hands and knees. 10 fingers spread wide. Round your back, take cat. Inhale, cow. You can bring your fingers towards your knees. Move around, close your eyes and breathe. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Eventually find your way back to down dog. Or even in down dog, wiggle yourself out. Bend the knees, lift your heels, look at your belly button. Roll forward to your plank. Shoulders broad. Legs strong. Drop your knees, pull back to child's pose, pull your hips to your heels, extend the arms forward. Inhale, press back to hands and knees. Exhale to down dog, hips to the sky. Inhale, bend the knees, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, belly, chest together. Forearms stacked, grab hold of your right foot if you can. Maybe it's your pants, maybe you're just reaching for it and that's enough for today. Left leg strong, pressing down. So if we want more shoulder, we squeeze the shoulder blade, wrap and pull it back. Breathe. And then you just gotta switch. One comes in, one goes out. Press through the right toes. Draw the shoulder blades, hug the navel in, breathe. and let it go. Now with both forearms, just wiggle out your hips, bend the knees. Bring your hands a little bit lower than the ribs, press down, shoulders roll back. Come on into baby cobra. Squeeze the legs towards each other, hug the navel and pinch the shoulder blades together. Tuck the chin a little bit, draw the elbows like they're going to meet your feet. Breathe. Release. Hands and knees on your inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Take your time. All right, right leg to the sky, straight back. Push the left heel towards the ground, hug the front ribs in. Bend the right knee, open up through your hip. There's a wall behind you on this left side. Stamp your foot into the wall to open up the front of the left hip a little bit. The right hip. And then can you actually pull your left hip back some? Knee to your nose, exhale. Back to the sky, inhale. Modified side plank, right knee lands underneath you. Block is always a great idea for your hand. Stretch yourself up and over. Circle the left arm around. Gate pose, squeeze your left side body, pull yourself up. Stretch through the side. Hands come down to the ground. Tuck your left toes. So basically you're in plank, pull the low belly in, and can you hover your right shin? Now, it should be pretty much underneath your belly button in the middle of your mat. We're gonna make like the letter V. We've done this before. Exhale, right wrist, center, inhale. Exhale, left wrist, center, inhale. You could drop your left knee. Right wrist, center, inhale. Left wrist, center, inhale. Right wrist, center, inhale. Left wrist, center, inhale. One more, right wrist, grip your fingers, center. Left wrist, center. All the way up and back, bend and open, inhale. Step the foot between the hands, exhale. Back knee down, lift up your chest. Straighten out your right leg. Blocks here, sure. Breathe in, tail back, heart forward. Bend the elbows, go maybe a little bit deeper. Bend into the right knee, lift your left knee. Step back, down dog. Bend knees, roll forward plank, inhale. Belly, chest, exhale. From the legs, shoulders roll back, baby cobra. This time, pinching shoulder blades, squeezing those imaginary blocks. Can you float your hands? Could you reach your arms back? Can we find this squeeze of the shoulder blades to really reach back? Breathe, legs are active and strong. Let it all go. Push up, find down dog. Breath in, out. Left leg straight back, so pressing through. I'm pushing my right heel down for this one, lifting the toes, just more of a calf stretch. And then bending knee. There's that imaginary wall that I'm just going to stamp my foot into. Try to pull the right hip back and breathe. Left knee comes under. Oh no, I didn't do knee to nose. Knee to nose, exhale. And back up, inhale. Bring it under. Modified side plank. Right arm up and over. Circles are lovely. Ready for gate pose. Use the side body, so hip to rib. Squeeze through to rise up. Breathe. Hands come down. We tuck the right toes. So it's plank, right? Pull the low belly and push the ground away. Hover your left. And then think of a V. You're going to come from that point to the left wrist as you exhale. You're going to come back to center. Right wrist, center. Left, center. Right, center. Left, center. Right, center. Left, center. Right, center. All the way up. Breathe. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, look up. Pull back through the left leg. Pull the hip, reach the heart forward. Maybe bend the elbows. Back into the left knee. Just step back, down dog. Roll forward plank, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. You can stay in child's pose. We can move into puppy pose from here. So slide the hips over the knees. Hug the front ribs in a little bit, and then as we're trying to break our mat in half, imagine that's happening from our shoulder blades. Our shoulder blades are moving away from each other, and then in turn, the arms follow that. And you breathe. Feet are pressing into the ground, toes tucked or untucked, doesn't matter. Sitting bones are both separating and lifting. Arms are active. Press into your elbows, bring yourselves forward onto your belly. Baby cobra, inhale. Pull back all fours. Down dog, exhale. Oh, hold on, guys. My whole family's back home. Okay, so in down dog, I don't know if we can do this if they're gonna be quiet. We're gonna give it a go. From down dog, take a moment, take a breath in, take a breath out. Take a breath in, take a breath out. All right, right leg to the sky, bend and open, inhale. Cross all the way over to your left elbow, exhale. Back to the sky, inhale. Touch your right elbow, exhale. How was it, buddy? Back to the sky, inhale. Go for your left elbow. And then see if you can lift it up a little bit higher and hold there. Breathe. Straighten your right leg out. Drop your left. Press into your fallen triangle. Hand comes down. Hug the leg back in. All the way up to the sky. Bend it open. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Back knee down. This time hands to the sky. Yeah, let him in. Bend your elbows. Open up your chest. Big breath in. Big breath out. Hands come down to the ground, lift up your back leg, and now two straight legs. And while I move my position, stay and breathe. Hi, guys.
Mama.
Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Okay, you can tell me in a moment when I'm done. Thank you. Thank you. All right, big breath in, big breath out. Bend back into the knee. Best class ever. Bend back into your knee, your right knee, and then on the exhale, just step it to the top of your mat. Forward fold. So we bent back, we're here. Let your head go. Give yourself a wiggle, shake it out. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, big exhale. Half lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Rise to the sky. When you come up, bend your elbows, open up through your chest, just like we did on the ground. And then exhale, dive down, hands reach to the sky, let your head go. Hands come down, step left foot back, inhale. Right foot down dog, exhale. Roll it forward, plank on the inhale. Decide if you want to go halfway down or all the way down, your version Chaturanga. Inhale, shoulders roll back from your legs. Maybe it's still cobra, maybe you're ready for up dog. Exhale, take yourself back to down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Left leg to the sky, bend and open. Exhale, go all the way over and tap your right elbow. Back to the sky, inhale. Exhale, tap your left elbow. Back to the sky, inhale. Exhale, tap the right, and then see if you can take it up a little bit higher and hold it, hold it, hold it. Straighten the leg, fallen triangle, drop the back foot. Remember, you can bend your knee if that helps you to find more space. Hand comes down, step the foot between, soften your right knee, hands to the sky, big inhale. Bend your elbows, open your chest. Hands come down, 2 straight legs. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward, lift your heart. Melt into it for as long as it took me to get from one room to the next. Breathe. Back into the knee, top of your mat fold, bend the knees, let it all go. Big inhale. Big exhale. To the sky, rise all the way up on your inhale. Exhale all the way down, maybe catch the hands as we come down this time. Hurrying out those shoulders. Hands down to the ground, right foot steps back with your inhale. You can go directly into Chaturanga, your version of it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Let's add on. Right leg to the sky, bend and open. Exhale, tap your right elbow. To the sky, inhale. Exhale, cross to the left. To the sky, inhale. Modified, bring it back. Drop the right knee, stretch your left arm up and over. Gate pose, breathe in, stretch. As we bring our right hand down, lift up the left leg. Circle back, see if you can tap the foot, and then straighten. Tap the foot, straighten. One more, and if you can actually connect, grab the big toe edge, kick the foot, open up your chest, breathe. Let the toe come behind you, maybe your right or left hand behind you. And as the hand comes down, left toes tucked, just like before, hover the right shin all the way up and back. Right foot steps between the hands. Warrior 1 on this one. Drop your back foot, rise up. Straighten the right leg, right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward, bend into the right knee, hands to the sky, breathe. Can you grab your left wrist, arc yourself to the right, stretching. So can the left hip keep pulling forward as you do that? That's like your anchor. And then you're lifting up and out and over from that anchor. Even bigger anchor is the pinky edge of your left foot. And then coming through, we're going to open to warrior 2 legs, interlace the hands behind the back. Open up your chest, breathe in. Without letting your bottom shoot to the right. So just pulling back through the right hip. Humble warrior 2. How low can you go? Squeeze the inner thighs to rise up. So I'm going to take my left hand forward. Reach it to the ceiling, all the way back. Big inhale. Side angles, pulling the hips back. Strong legs. Straighten right leg, pull up, pull back, breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. What are we doing to get back to down dog? I'm going to take a hop today. So, possibly bring your left foot in closer. Use your right leg, give it a kick. And then however you want to get back to down dog. Right, maybe that's enough. Done. All right, left leg to the sky, bend and open. Exhale, cross to right. Back to sky, breathe. Left. Back to sky, breathe. Modified to the right. Squeeze side body, pull yourself up to gate. And then as your left hand comes back to the ground, or block, remember a block's a great idea too. Right arm over, right leg lifts. Circle back, can you tap the foot? Straighten. Reach back, tap. And straighten. Last one, and if you can catch it, maybe even the big toe edge. Kick the foot, move the pelvis forward, lift up your heart. So we're not dumping weight into the left shoulder. Breathe. And then let the right foot come behind you. Hand might even come behind your head, open up. Right hand comes down, tuck the right toes, hover the left shin, all the way up and back. Breath. Warrior one. Back foot down. Squeeze through the inner thighs. And come up with your inhale. Take your time. Warrior one to me is such an awkward pose. Takes me a minute. Alright, especially when I'm feeling like the Tin Man. So, grab your right wrist. Keep thinking right hip forward, but pinky edge, that the inner arch of your right foot hasn't sunk, right? So, can you do both? Hug the low belly in, and then up and over to the left. And then we'll open the legs wider to come into warrior two. Interlace the fingers, switch up the interlacing. Open chest, breathing in. Warrior two. Humble, humble warrior two. Keep your back leg strong. There's lots of inner thigh, like lift. Even though I'm sinking, the inner thigh is still lifting me up. It's supporting me. Whew. The pinky edge of that back foot has a lot to do with it. The quad being engaged has a lot to do with it. Then maybe at the front, right hand reaches forward. Ooh, left thigh's burning. Side angle. I've been very inactive for many weeks. And the last few days I've done stuff. You can feel it. Sink, breathe. Left leg straightens. Oh, yes, thank you. Exhale, how do we want to take it back? All right, so again, maybe you too want to take a little bit of a fight. And shoulders back behind your wrist, well then you're not going to quite get up there, and that's okay. It's still this kind of playing around with it. But if we can bring our shoulders forward, maybe we can find a little bit of hang time. However, we want to get back to down dog, and then child's pose. Breathe in and out. Slide through a puppy one more time. Shoulders away from the ears. Oh, yeah. Then pressing into the elbows, bring your shoulders over your elbows. Walk your elbows a little bit closer together. Come. Hug your navel in. And then collapse and push out. So like those scapula push-ups. Collapse your chest, push out. Collapse, push out. Okay. The feeling of pushing out, never this collapsing, but pushing out. Can we keep that? Totally fine to keep your knees on the ground. Come forward, forward, forward without collapsing. And then pull back. And if the knees are lifted, same thing. If you want to kind of check, collapse, push out. I've got my pushed out feeling. Forward, forward, forward. I'm on my big toe. And back. And then do it again. Come forward, forward, forward. Pull in those abs. And back. And one more time. Forward, forward, forward. Pull in the abs. Push the ground away. And all the way back. Hands by your ankles. Down dog. Right leg rises. Bend the knee and open on the inhale. Tap your right, exhale. Maybe it's now your armpit. Can you reach your armpit? Oh man. All the way up to the sky. What about your left armpit? Not quite. Back to the sky. Bend the knee open. We flip our dog maybe. Maybe modify like earlier by dropping the left shin. Push down to lift up. Breathe. All right, going for warrior one. Ready? Hand comes down. Hug the belly in. Step the foot forward. There's your exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale to anchor. Grab left, arc right. Inhale. Right into it. Exhale. Humble. Stay for a breath. Let it go. Reverse, I'm gonna reach my left hand forward and up and back. Side angle. Straighten leg, reverse, up and back, breathe. Exhale, half moon. Squeeze. So as I bend into right leg, I'm going to squeeze the left in. So I've already got some inner thigh, some pelvic floor action going. And then lift and fall. So if you wanted the block, you could use the block. You could use your shin, right? Left leg strong, lifting out of the right hip. And then maybe we decide, like we're going to reach back, kick the foot, open up through the chest. See if we can lift a little bit. That kicking back can help. And then bend the knee, left behind right. All right, moving into eagle. So right heel lifted, bend left knee. You're squeezing, pulling, think cobra, back is strong. And then just start to lift yourself up. Right arm under, weight pulls into the left heel, draw the shoulder blades down, lift up through the elbows, breathe. Round into it. If you want to take a new adventure, tuck your chin, round your back. Oh yeah, breathe. Arms could open. Left arm, left upper arm pressing into the thigh if possible. Right arm. This could really go low, and you could be touching the ground or a block. I don't have it in me today. Pull yourself back up through center. Fingers active. Lift up the right leg. Breathe. Pull the low belly in. Kick the leg forward. Standing split. So the variation we took today, to bend the right knee, left hand grabs your right ankle. The kicking into the hand feeling helps with the balance. Your right hand can come closer. It can grab your left thigh, or not thigh, ankle. And you could look back. That's where I lost it all. You could look back. From here, forward fold. Let's actually take a yogic squat. Bend the knees a little bit, or a lot of it. Sink the hips. Ooh, and then just wiggle yourself side to side. So if you wanted crow, you can take it here. Okay. The lifting. Again and again, we've been working on this. Dragging your knees from your wrists up. Activates the low belly, gives us the strength and the power. So if we were to think about that, when we're taking our crow, right, if we come in with that kind of rounded lift, bring the knees in, squeeze, your feet do not have to leave the ground. Push the ground away. Heels can squeeze up to your bottom. Practice. And then eventually it's just down dog, however we wanted to get there. One big breath in, let the breath go. All right, left leg to the sky, bend and open. Exhale, tap left, maybe the armpit, and back up. Maybe right armpit, and then back up. Flip your dog, up, 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 or modify. And over. Press down to lift up. Breathe. All right, ready for warrior one. Hand comes down. Exhale the foot forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale to anchor. Grab right wrist up and over to the left. Breathing in. Exhale. Humble warrior two. Right hand will take us through. Right hand reaches forward and up and back. Side angle, pull the hips. Come on down. Stay low, reverse again, breathing in. Baby boo, that's why. I didn't have my leg up. I'm all over the place today, I'm sorry. And then squeeze the inner thigh. And find your half moon. And you can then maybe bend, kick the foot. Ah! Crashed. Just crashing and burning today. Kick the foot, open up your chest. Try to lift out of that left hip. That's gonna help. It's gonna help me. And then bending knee. Woo. Breathe. Okay. I've got my right leg ready. I've lifted my left heel. Bring the hands to hips. I find cobra. And then start to rise up to eagle. If that's all too much from bottom up, take it from standing. Left arm under, right arm over. Drop the shoulders, lift the elbows. Breathe. Helpful too is if it's very wobbly, just putting a block underneath your foot can make all the difference. And then if we want that extra, round your back, tuck your chin. Oh, I love this. Open the arms, maybe pull the hips straight back, and then especially that left hip. Coming back through center, hug navel, fingers are active, they're reaching. Bring the left leg with you. Perhaps we straighten. And then as you bend into the right, you might be able to catch right hand, left leg. It could be standing split. Kick the foot back. Maybe the add-on. Dun, 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 dun. Can I do it on this side? I'm feeling uber wobbly. Grab. Yep, maybe you can do it. Can you do it? You can let me know. Grab hold of the ankle, let your head go. Ooh, bonus if you can close your eyes. And then let it all go. Shake it out. Take your feet really wide, but now your heels are off the mat and your toes are on the mat. And then just shift your bottom to the left and walk your hands off to the right. And then switch to the other side. Ooh, yeah. And when you come back to center, if you wanted to take another crow to get back, you definitely can. All the chaturangas, all the things that you need to do, and I'll meet you in down dog. Plank on your inhale. Lowering down. Exhale. Oh my. Okay, so bow pose is there if your body wants it today. If not, just stop where it needs to stop. Can you just picture it? And I'll picture it too. All right, so from the floor, from the ground, we've got our legs ready. Hug the navel, pinch those blocks. Baby cobra. The hands can reach back. Hug the navel in, breathe. Maybe we bend, maybe we catch. A little bit more, maybe the thighs lift. Breathe. And then let it go. Bend the knees and let the legs rock. And then pull yourself up. Ooh, give yourself a stretch. and then down dog. So we'll take it into pigeon, any version that works for you, right? So that's a number 4, it's on your back, it's double pigeon. If you're doing what I'm doing, bring your right leg forward and left leg back. And your right shin does not in any way need to be parallel to the top of the mat. Also, it's great to put something underneath your butt if you need a little bit more support. Also, it's good to maybe find a different place, a different space if this one's just not the one today. This is definitely optional, but I'm going to bring my left forearm parallel, and you could also do it with your hand. And right hand kind of, the thumb presses back and reaching, so the pinch of the shoulder blades, the opening of the chest, then maybe the foot comes back. Kick the foot, open up the chest, breathe. Kick the foot, like the kick of the foot could almost lift you out of it, if you could imagine that. Breathe. And then letting it go. However you need to get back to down dog. If you're just switching out the legs, if you're on your back or something, cool. Down dog. Left shin forward. Right goes back. Whew. Breathe in and out. Get yourself back in your body. So awareness that, I've all of a sudden caught on to this. I'm going to let that story go. Come back to breath, come back to body, come back to the now. Showing up for yourself. I don't even know if I can do it on this side. Let's see. The left side is not a happy side these days. So if you wanted to, you could stay as you are. The right forearm can go. I'm going to use my left thumb to pull my left hip back some. This is fine. You want to stay there? Or we pinch the shoulder blades together and open up the chest. Lift out of your right shoulder. And then perhaps we kick the foot. Catch the foot, kick the foot, breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. And then let it go. Whew. I'm thinking. Let's come back to hands and knees. And then wiggle it out one more time. Big circles of your hips. Okay, so option. And if you would prefer, just let's take this time to be on our backs in an inversion, or like headstand, handstand, all things lovely. All right. If we're gonna stick with forearm bounce, you could do legs up against the wall too, or just legs up. So if we're sticking with forearm bounce, we've got that push out, and then I use my thumbs. Like my hands are in an L shape, and my thumbs push up into my mat. It kind of tractions forward. So I push my thumbs forward, and I use that to then move my head through. Shoulder blades moving away from each other. Hug the navel in. So you could just stay in dolphin. You could walk your feet in really close. Lift to your tiptoes. Don't let your head drop. You could start to take a leg up, or even a knee, right? And then for me, I like to look in between my forearms to start me off. And if you think about that knee lifting you. Maybe it's 2 bent knees, and then push out, push out. And you can play around with whatever you got there. You could just switch sides. You could just try to find, super helpful for the lift is a block underneath you. super helpful if you know where to put it. All right, and I've lifted up. And then I'm already higher, and then I don't have to work as hard, right? To find the lift. So think about using it. The wall, if you're in class, I was saying, it's nervous to be far away from the wall, right? It's like, but it also gives you more room to work on finding balance. So if you are going against the wall, try to move your mat away from the wall. Like if the wall is here, could your fingertips be here so that you have to go further, but then you can do the bent knee version is a little bit easier to teeter-totter and find your balance. All right, once you're done, so pause this for a moment, practice a little bit more. I'll meet you on your backs when you're ready. And when you do make it to your back, give your knees a hug and breathe. Feet come down, bridge, wheel, supported bridge. Especially if you did that shoulder stuff, the forearm balance, maybe this, or dolphin even. This is nice to open up. Or work hard. Whether you want to work, then push down through the feet, squeeze the inner thighs, the glutes. Use your arms, full bridge, full wheel. Let's take like 5 more rounds of breath in whichever version you chose. And then with care, use your legs, move the block, down, let the knees rock side to side. And then bring the knees in, happy baby, perhaps. Final twist if you want it. Off to the other side. And then your version of, if you need props or legs up against the wall, we'll move into Shavasana. The blocks are so far. It's too far, it's too far. All right, close your eyes. Draw the breath in. Let it all go. Stay here with your breath in your body in this moment. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, circle your wrists and your ankles, stretch yourself, oh, really, really big. And then take your time, one knee in, the other knee in. Carefully work your way up to your seat. As you make it there, one hand on top of the other, finding heart space. The breath, recognition of self, for showing up, for doing the work, cultivating, strengthening the love, the compassion, the empathy, the kindness. Take your deepest breath in. Let it all go. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for staying with me. I don't know, maybe you're like, bye with all this interruption. But if you did, if you stuck it through to the end, thanks for sticking with me through the dogs and the kids and the power tools. Anywho, I will see you next week, I imagine. Bye.